Yo, welcome back to another video. This video specifically is for my closers and the aspiring closers, people who are looking to be successful salespeople, looking to earn more commissions and really start to earn the earning potential they are looking for. I'm currently living in Marbella. I'm going to show you how I've been able to get that flexibility by just following these simple steps. The steps that allowed me to be in Marbella, have this lifestyle, be able to go to the gym, be able to take care of my family. It comes down to this simple step-by-step framework. So let's get into it. If you don't know who I am, my name is Gabriel Azar. I am 21 years old. I am originally from Ireland. I've been in the high ticket space for roughly around 2 years, closed around 3 million in the high ticket sales space, as I said, and I've been basically sold in every industry, all of them, from relationships to marketing agency to credit services, literally everything apart from trading. So I'm pretty well versed, and I'm going to be walking you through the process I follow to maintain a 60% closing ratio for all the offers I've been on. As you can see, very simple process, but a lot of closers and salespeople, they mess it up, and that's why they stay in the same position for so long. They're not able to truly comprehend and understand the specific step-by-step process they need to follow to get these type of results. 70% closing ratio, 64% closing ratio, literally 10 calls taken, 7 calls, all a 70% closing ratio. So there's a 3-step process that I followed to actually get me to where I want to get to. Sales, it's the beliefs and it's the systems. Sales, simply, what are the best doing? Whenever you look at the industry, no matter where you're in, you can have your own business. What are the people who are on top of the game? What are they doing differently that you're also not doing as efficient as you could? Once you start thinking and operating like this, where you're obviously refining your skill, you're seeing how to develop your skill set, but then you're taking bits and pieces from other pieces, naturally, you find your circle. You find exactly your selling points, what you're good at, what you're weak at, by looking at other people, by self-analysis, looking over your own stuff. The more you do this, the more you understand, the better you understand sales, the more you can pick and choose what things you can add into your own game. And I always advise people, whenever you're in sales, to pick 2 to 3 people you truly resonate with, and follow their style, right? Don't say exactly what they say word for word, because you're not them. It's not going to work. Follow and get your style. So pick bits and pieces off my style, pick some pieces off another industry leader's style, and you realize you get naturally better and better at closing because you're ultimately learning from a different skill set. What are the best selling points on the offer you're selling for? Whenever you hop on an offer, whenever you start your own business, think about the biggest things you could say in a conversation to get somebody to actually want to purchase your product. So let's say it's a high ticket sales offer, for example. One of the perks is remote flexibility. Another perk would be being able to manage your own schedule. So I'll write specific points about that. Things I could say consistently on a call that would want somebody to actually pull the trigger. Because once you say this and they constantly hear these things, so called selling points, the things that actually move the needle, they're going to want to jump because you're giving them value. You're getting them to realize, hey, what I'm currently doing isn't giving me the financial flexibility that I'm looking for. It's not giving me the remote flexibility that I'm looking for. But doing this is actually going to allow me to do so. You're communicating it in the right way where you're not telling them. You're getting them to actually contextualize in their head that what they're currently doing isn't working. That's why it's so powerful to get to 10 to 15 of these points and basically just start hammering it down in all your calls. Asking your questions intentionally. There's only so many questions you can ask in a sales call to the point where a person gets pissed off, right? So you want to be very intentional with the questions that you ask. Are the questions that you're asking actually moving the needle? Or is it just something to fill in the gap because of a bit of awkward silence? People don't realize how powerful it is to be able to be okay in the silence. Once you're okay in the silence, you're able to ask a hard-hitting question. You're able to challenge a person and just be okay, just be silent. It always hits home because you're not like everybody else. Because what does everybody else do? They fill that empty space. They don't let the person actually sit with the thoughts when you ask a powerful question. I'm going to say that was one of the biggest movable leaders to actually get 3 million sales. Be able to land the jobs that I'm looking for. Be able to make the money I've been able to make. It's these small, minute details. But these small, minute details is how you become the 1% and earn 100, 200, 300K in commissions. The beliefs. Do you truly believe you're 10K, 20K, 40K, 50K per month closing? Right? Not externally, not just saying it out loud, right? Do you truly believe it? Can you say with absolute conviction, I deserve to be a person who's making 20K, 30K? The decisions we've made in our life, it's what's led us to this video today. Because it's one thing to say it, but it's another to truly mean it. Because once you truly mean it, God's going to provide it for you. Because you're putting in the work, you're putting in the time, and you're also improving the skill set. And you're truly mastering your mind. You won't believe how powerful the mind is, not just on a sales call, but in life. If you're able to truly master it, the sky is the limit. Whatever you want, you can get it. I've seen it time and time again for some of my best closers. It comes down to the mind being able to actually have the right belief systems and trusting themselves, speaking with full conviction that they deserve to be a person making 10, 20, 30K a month. Zero excuses, zero cope. There are 100% on them to find a way for them to make it work. Another thing with the systems, right? Who are you outside your sales calls, right? Your patterns, your beliefs. Who are you intrinsically? It's a very, very thing to understand, right? I want you to take time to really understand who you are. The person you are outside the calls is going to reflect on the calls, whether you like it or not. You can't change. You're not an actor. You're a human being connecting with another human being, trying to basically provide them with a solution. And if they feel you're an actor, trust me, some people are going to fall. Yes, some people fall for it, but some people are going to call it out, and it's going to essentially just have mud on your face. And we don't want that. We want you to be the best in the industry, and it comes down to nailing these 3 things down. I've seen it for some of the best reps I've basically seen. They have these 3 systems. For myself, I have these 3 systems. If you have these things in place and you truly speak with that certain level of conviction, winning, being able to make 3 million in sales, being able to have a 60% closing ratio, it's all easy work. You just gotta believe, you gotta like the video, you gotta subscribe, and you also gotta trust the process.